in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Most High, passports, positivity up, everything else down. This is the man, the myth, the legend. My name is Brazil. Yesh, salute. I'm gonna start holding the mic like this. Let me see if I turn it up. Would it be better? Hopefully, it's not too muffled. These mics are not that good as I thought. Um, I want to put it down, but y'all know, early in the morning, cranberry juice. Ugh, this is bitter, man. Very bitter. After I get over that first hump, I'm good. Oh man, TMI, what's up, brother? TMI is still out there. Him and Mike out there together and won't meet up. That's a travesty, man. Y'all brothers, y'all brothers met up one time. I've been trying to get y'all brothers back together to link up, yo. What part Mike in? Is Mike sleep right now? I don't think Mike sleep because Mike was talking in the WhatsApp group earlier. I don't think Mike is asleep right now. Yeah, he's still out there. He do live streams on TikTok. He don't do live streams on YouTube. Yeah, Mike be at that computer a lot, man. TMI, Mike be at that computer a lot. That's how Mike apartment. Let me just say this. Mike's apartment in Thailand is bananas. He showed his apartment on TikTok the other day. Is bananas. Bananas. It's cool out here right now. The United States of America is about to get cold. The cold is coming in the next 2 weeks. So I hope y'all prepared. United States, the temperature in the areas that get cold are about to drop. North Carolina, South Carolina, all these places, yo. Black Tiger, what up? Nah, he don't have he got a YouTube, but he don't get on it. He got a YouTube, Mike got a YouTube channel, but he just don't do nothing from it. He do everything on TikTok, yo. Everything. Y'all see the sun coming out? That's how I worked in the sun for over 25 years. I used to be light brown skin. I working in the sun for 25 years made me dark. And I love it. People like, yes, you need to wear a hat. No, no, no. I don't care if I get even darker than this. No. I used to be brown skin. I came to Georgia. That sun made me. My family saw me the first 2 years of me being in the South. They was like, "Yo," my pops was like, "Man, you need to wear a hat." I said, "Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Me wearing a hat or getting darker is not going to stop me from." I said, "That's the people that hate themselves. The people that want to be light or say or brag about being lighter skin. Those are the people that suffer from internal insecurities. I don't suffer from that. I come from two earthly. Um, well, my mother's side, she's native indigenous, so my mother's light. My mother's light. My pops is darker than me. My pops is like this shade of this thing right here. So, but my mother's like my mother never talked about her skin complexion. I've noticed that. My mother never talked about her skin complexion. My mother never discussed skin complexion. And she's light because her bloodline comes from the native population here. But that's crazy. When you have those two and you start looking into your bloodline and knowing who your great grandmothers and all of that, and you see photos of them. You see photos of like you see your grandmother, my grandmother when she was younger, bro. You could, oh man, her hair is in a braid, like two braids, and it's going all the way down. To see all of that, man, it was crazy. So the know your history is pertinent to me, man. Nah, everybody ain't in Thailand. Everybody ain't in Thailand. Dudes are spread all over. I know two dudes that's in Europe right now. They've been out in Europe for like the last past 10 years. So, and then my man out in Europe, he left and went to Africa. What's his name? Y'all know he used to be in Romania. He used to come on here. He got a YouTube channel. He's in Gambia now. Gambia or Ghana. He left Europe. He was out in Europe since he was 19 or 20. Left Europe and went to Africa. And he loves it. He was in Europe all of those years, man. All of those years. But let's talk about it. So the bill that they were talking about with the Brian the Mask guy, it fell through. It didn't go through because people started to gain light, and they was like, "Man, let's get far away from this as we can." So that didn't do well. Again, so our passports look like they're safe for now. Um, they got this thing that they're doing now is crazy. They're promoting going overseas to people that are in their 60s, 70s, 80s, could barely move, and trying to promote them living overseas. I don't know if you guys saw that video, the videos that are being passed around the internet. This is sad, man. These people could barely move, and you want them to go overseas. Some of these people are on walkers, and they're promoting them to take their income to another. They got a whole room full of them. It's probably about 40 or 50 senior citizens in that room trying to get them to go overseas. Sad, man. Sad. I would never like if you don't have somebody over there like that can take care of your parent, you or your family member who you know is going to be dedicated to your mother or your father. Why would you send them to a place where it's going to be harder for them to maneuver? Uh, some places are adequate. I get it. I know what you're about to say. Well, yes, every place in, I don't speak in absolutes, but why even take that chance with an elder? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. So, already, every time I go live, I've never seen this before. Every time I go live, there are sirens. I, I I'm like bro. I cannot go live for 9 days. Nothing will happen. The moment I go live, you know how early it is here right now. The moment I go live, sirens happen. It's funny. Sirens happen. I can barely see the chat now that the sun is. Hold on, let me see. I can't see nothing on the phone now. Sun is blazing. Sun is really blazing. So, but let's see. Might have to do that. Let's do this. Mm, let's kill that real quick. Ooh, sun is blazing. But with that being said, whew, oh man. But the stories that I'm seeing right now, um, as you guys saw, the Netanyahu regime is trying to threaten China right now, and I'm like, have y'all seen that? I'm like, whoa. He said, "You guys are hiding Hamas. We coming in there to get them." They threatening China. So I was like, they want something to happen. They want something to pop off, thinking that you want it to pop off. You're forcing it. They want it to go. They want it to happen. They think they can't be touched because they're backed by the United States of America. This shit, this is all. I don't know what's going on. These people want full control of. They just want full control. Like at first, people was like, they ain't taking your rights away. The likes of Candace Owens, right? And I told you I rock with her in a sense, not full wholeheartedly, because I told you what she said about George Floyd and stuff like that. So in a sense, that means that she's very flawed, like we all. So, but she was saying first, they're not taking your rights away. They're not taking your rights away a couple of years ago. And people was telling her, like, listen, this is exactly what they're doing. They're trying to remove the equal opportunity. Oh man, did y'all see that? He's trying to remove where you get equal opportunity. What is this world coming to, man? But it's it's crazy, man. Uh so with all that being said, who knows? Who knows what's about to happen? All I know is there are countries out there that people are trying to get to. People are leaving the United States of America. Let me tell you, you all need to take this into consideration. If all of these movie stars and wealthy people are leaving the US, something is about to happen. All of them say, well, I'm going to go to this place, I'm going to go to that place. Or some of them are private, they off the grid. They're like, I ain't telling y'all where I'm moving, I'm just moving. Like something happened to Brazil, Lenny Kravitz is going to be good. Lenny Kravitz got a whole farm, lots of land out there. Lenny Kravitz is going to be living well while the world is at war. And then when everything clears, he's in a remote part of that country. Like areas like that. You can go to certain countries and you know for a fact that if there happens to be a war, it's not going to happen here, here. It's going to be the main players in wars. Um, I don't know. It looks different now that I'm doing the horizontal view. So I don't know. I don't see any chat coming up. Um, and then you seen that couple that went out to they visited what was it? Namibia or Nigeria, one of those areas. The couple that went to Nigeria and they green. They're green. They're green. They left all of their equipment downstairs, went upstairs, and went to sleep. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. She's telling a story how they came in there while they were sleeping because they had a long trip and they finally got to the place and left all of their stuff downstairs. Everybody was upstairs. All of their stuff was downstairs. Everything. Everything was downstairs. Their cameras, their passports, their laptops. They left everything downstairs. And look what happened. I'm like, you don't never go to another country and think it's safe. Never. You never go to you don't go to a country and just they got a news report that this lady wrote how why you should never leave your luggage on a hotel room floor. You don't know what can crawl in that thing. Who is that? I saw something pop up. You never know what could crawl into that thing, let alone that. You don't know snakes. Australia, this lady said she was just chilling and this spider came in her hotel the size of a dinner plate. Brother Zeke, what up? Y'all hit the thumbs up. Appreciate y'all. You never know what's on these floors. Man, one time I was in College Park. I never forget this. I moved to College Park in close to Atlanta, right? And I get up one morning, I said, oh man, this was when I was like 20, I was like 23, 24. I get up. I said, some said before you, I get up for work. Some said before you put on your shoes, just dump them out. I dumped out my shoe. It was a million baby spiders that just fell out my shoe. Now I just had the shoes on 12 hours prior. And in those 12 hours, black spiders just dropped out of my shoe. I dumped it out. You know how you hit your shoe out before you put your, I did that. I tapped it on the ground real hard. All of a sudden, all of these baby spiders just start running. Just start running. I was like, oh man, what if I would have put my foot in there? All of them little baby spiders, if they were poisonous, would have got me. Would have got me. Little bites all over, and I would have been wondering what's going on. So you always dump your shoes out. So why would you go to another country? Why would you just plop your stuff on the floor and go upstairs and leave all your prized possessions? I don't see I see. My man said this yesterday when we was talking. He said, yo, Yesh, yeah, man, you been gone for a while. I said, yeah, man, I stopped smoking, right? He said, yeah, this was what's happening. This is what happened in a certain place. I said, man, I said, I've been overseas with a lot of these guys. I said, I've been overseas. Shalom, brother. Shout out to Shadow. He said, damn, College Park sounds like a motel with that many spiders. No, it was an apartment community. It was just beat down. I was 22 years old, so getting to the money myself. So that was the apartment I afforded. But here's the crazy part about it, right? I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, here's the crazy part. He said, "Yo, I know something that happened to my boy out." And hold on, y'all. Let me pull this down so I can read the chat. He said, "I know." He said, "Yo, something happened to my boy out in Colombia, right? The guy that one of the guys, because y'all know there's a lot of stories that came out. It's spread out, a lot of spread out stories because we know for a fact that guys go to Colombia by the hundreds of thousands a year, and nothing happened to anyone, right? But as you see those quiet cases, right, that sometimes become loud about American being offed out there. Let me just say it like that. I don't want to say that actual M word, right? Or you can't even say that because they flag you for that using that word now. But being offed out there. So he said, I said, listen, a lot of these guys, I said, y'all be cracking me up. Y'all go to these countries and y'all move as if you safe, as if you're in the United States of America. I said, he said, no, but I said, bro, these dudes leave drinks around women. I've seen it, bro. A lady that you don't know for, you haven't built a rapport with, even if you build a rapport with her over the years, she don't see you often. Why would you leave your drink down? Why would you trust her, go to her? I said, dudes take risks. That's just what we do as men. Women don't take the risk that we do, right? I said, this is why many of these countries are you able to travel to these countries now because of us. The reason why you could go to Itaguaí in Rio is because of people like myself and others. We go there and show the locals that we cool people. They trust us and we trustworthy. People always tell me, you got an honest face. Yes, I do. When I don't like you, I don't like you. And I'm not going there trying to steal nothing from you. I'm not going there to try to big dog you. That's what many of these dudes that go overseas, they try to go to these countries and these locals can feel it. He's trying to big dog me. He's trying to, they can feel it, bro. Now, some locals are on demon time. It happens. They're on the devil's work, right? But when you go over there, you judge the person by the spirit that they bear, right? So if they meet me, they're gonna be like, okay, he's purely like that. I'm going to leave him alone. right? I'm going to leave. Ever been to El Centro to, huh? I couldn't read it. It says ever been to El Centro or you would. What is El Centro? What are you talking about? Oh, that's that young man. Oh. So next year out of nowhere, the the situations that I was in, I was able to, because the locals could feel me, and then they always say, "Man, I like you." Always, these dudes have literally offed people and said to me, "Man, I like you," and I'm like, "Well, what you, yo, man, you're honest." And people don't understand why people like being around me. Oh, yes, yo, y'all don't like me. You get what I'm saying? You travelers don't like me. You, but families from other countries, where's Yesh? When are you coming back? I always get that. When is he coming back? I don't care about the ladies of the night. I don't care what they think of me. They ladies that they doing it. They got to do what they got to do for what they have to do it for. I don't care about their opinion, because if I'm not around them, they can't set me up for anything. Then you're good. That's why you go over there. Me, I never try to go over there and just seek that. I was always trying to just go to these countries and just go live so y'all could see it. That's all I was doing. That's all I was doing. I was going to these countries to be live so you all could see it. But yeah, so this all I'm saying. This is the number one travel credit card for 2025. What is the number one travel credit card for 2025? Let's see what this report says. JD Powers said the number one trust is followed. Um, that's followed by the which is known for popular. Okay, which credit card is it? Reward credit cards can lead to points of which credit? I don't know. It still ain't saying it. American Express. I don't know. You can't use American Express in a lot of these countries. Am I right or wrong, fellas? Can you use American Express? And let me just say this. Shout out to Traveler Quadruple 4. Yo, he dropped a load in the Cash App, even when I wasn't live, man. So I appreciate him. I really do, man. That dude has been showing up and showing out financially for this platform. I'm gonna do something for him. I'm gonna get a collection of all my books, and I want to be able to send it to him. Send it to a PO box or something. I want to get a collection of all my books. All the people that's been supporting me all these years. I want to give them all 50 of my books. All 50. Like, even if they never read it, I'm gonna sign all 50 and send it to them. So that's what I do. My latest book with the Lord of the Rings that with his like 500 pages, man, that thing looked like the length of a Bible. Um, but that is what I signed, and I sent a couple of those out. I got a couple here that I've signed. Um, so just in case these books are worth something in the future, you can get them before nobody even knew about them. And the crazy part about it is, isn't this ironic? How I put the price for my dating book I did years ago, A Man's Decree: Tips for Men in the Dating Game. I priced that book at like 30 something dollars so nobody wouldn't purchase it, right? Because I know it's gems in there. So if you really want to purchase it, this is one of the greatest dating books that have ever been written, and doing it from a pure standpoint, right? Not to say that I'm better than anyone, but just to say the honesty is what gets them. The honesty is what gets it. I priced it just so nobody could buy it. I'm pseudo intellectual. I'm this. I don't know what I'm talking about. People are still purchasing that book, and I appreciate it. And I priced it so high that I thought that nobody wouldn't want it, because I know how we are as men, right? We cheap, but and this is why we want to go over there and get cheap box. But um we want to get more bang for our buck. So with that being said, this I know how dudes are. I know how men operate. It's got to be something very, very like they got to value it for them to pay a significant amount of money for it. And I know how we are as men. That's why I priced it that high. And cats, they must be really want to read what's in it. So Salute to those fellas that still purchasing those books. But people tell you it's the greatest. Me, I think is the greatest um, direct interaction that you can get with dating. So people are still buying. Appreciate that. Mexico. People are still going to Mexico. I guess they are because I think some of the fellas in these groups are going. But the city, like I like to go to these. Like again, me, the whole purpose of me traveling is to get fulfillment. Uh, to go on this journey, this mental journey when I'm in these countries now. I just want to get away, bro. I don't want to think about getting no box. I don't want to. Now, if I built a relationship, we was talking about that yesterday, also, right? And one of my guys, he just cracked me up, trying to pressure me to smoke a cigar. I'm like, dog, I'm not smoking. He said, man, you used to see his face, like it was sad. Yes, man, you don't smoke no more cigars, brother. I was like, absolutely not. And I stand on it. I stand on what I see. I could just drop something. I don't need to be weaned off it. I don't, man. One time I dropped alcohol for years. I didn't even have a glass of wine because I consider it as alcohol also, which it is, right? But it has its benefits. But I dropped it. I stopped drinking for an entire 3 years. I just stopped. I said, you see what I can do? You see the power in what I can do? So I want to go overseas and I just want to get away now. Like I was about to say, he said, yes. I said, many of the dudes I know, many of the dudes I'm connected with, they got girlfriends in a lot of these countries. They got wives in a lot of these countries. I can name 7 dudes right now that I know personally that you guys don't know who got girlfriends or wives overseas, right? I'm talking about meaningful relationships. So and I understand that. So if you got that and you go to another country, you want to get away, you want to go into nature, you want to bring your girlfriend or your wife with you, then you could. You could. But if you want to be alone, man, it's good to have that time, right? To get away. And I had that time in Costa Rica for about 2 good days. I wasn't around the locals. And I'm telling you, man, it like it pulsated, it activated something in me with being peace at mind. So when I say I'm moving in a different direction with what I talk about here, promote or anything like that, I'm serious about it. I'm serious. I'm not going to falter no matter how much heat I take. I'm going to say this, right? The Most High is the who I follow, um, and I'm going to profess that. I'm going in a different direction. As y'all see, I can still have fun overseas. I see it can still be fun without your focal point being women. You still can have a blast overseas, man. And I realized that only focus on women. Well, let me use this. Let me use the right vernacular or positioning with mainly focusing on women. It takes away from the heavy experiences that you can have in these countries, the dense the dense experiences that you can have in these countries, man. And it goes under the surface. And yes, you coming on here and you talking, just say you don't want to do that. I told them, I just want to tell everybody, if you don't like what I'm saying on this channel, you don't have to be here. I'm used to nobody being here except the 7 people that I've been knowing throughout the years. They've always showed love to this channel. So if that's not you all, cool. It's not even dudes that some of the dudes that's even in my WhatsApp group don't even listen to me anymore. They don't listen to me anymore. They don't listen to me anymore. They don't want to hear me anymore. They don't care to hear me anymore because I'm going in a different direction. So I know what type of time those dudes are on, and they in my WhatsApp group. They're all about paying to play. So I got those dudes around me. So do I get upset or care about the stuff that they do? No, let them do them. They don't have to listen to me because I'm when you listen to me, I'm going to make you think. I'm going to say something that trigger thought that you didn't want to think about. And people, my mother said that to me the other day. She said, "You trigger things that people don't want to think about." And I said, well, if that's a bad thing, that's a bad thing. It's terrible. But for me, I like to approach my demons. I like to approach my vices. My vices are, I want to approach them. So there's cities out there that you can go to. You could just walk around. You don't have to be part of nothing crazy. There are places that you go, yo, yeah. If y'all see what's coming to see, like my guys like Jay Clyde and all of these other guys who know me personally, right? Who know me personally, these guys, right? These guys will tell you what I'm doing behind the closed doors is pertinent. If I say, yo, Jay Clyde, what's this? Or somebody like that, they'll tell you the moves I'm about to make, y'all gonna be like, holy crap. So the moves I made, and I want to keep those off the internet. Um, there's no need to put that on the internet. But the moves I'm about to make as far as this travel game, I'm about to elevate and go to a higher like a higher, like I want to go to a higher position. Um, because we need these different places. I'm tired of people talking about the same old locations. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. We was talking about Brazil. I'm sick of us talking about Colombia. I'm sick of us talking about Dominican Republic. I'm sick of us talking about Thailand, and I'm sick of us talking about Philippines. I'm sick of us talking about those places. Also, oh, one more. And I'm sick of people talking about Tanzania or Ghana. I'm just like, that's why I'm happy fellas are going to different parts of Africa and they all out there. But then you got dirt balls who trying to go to these locations and ruin them. They trying to go to these very locations. See how you go to a new place, you promote it, right? Look, you see how that happens? You promote it. And it's dirt balls who are able to go there. They're able to go there. And the first thing they do is to go there and do some debauchery and try to destroy what y'all trying to build there in a new location. And look what he did. He went to Africa, and all of the guys who traveled got together and was like, "Nope, he don't represent us. We even want him out of here." And they tried to run him out. So salute to them. Them guys got together, left videos, and was like, "No, we like Africa. You don't really like. You just like debauchery. You like mongering. That's all you're a part of. Get out of here." So salute to those guys. Salute to those guys for standing up. And you know, it's people out there who are upset with them because they stood up and said something. Hold on, let me repeat. Do you know there's people out there who you would think is sensible? You would think that these older guys are sensible, that these older guys are wise. You would think that they absolutely not. They got mad at the fellas who told that person or trying to isolate that person and tell them that he's not with us. He don't represent what we stand for. That's a shame what he did over there in Africa, that particular country. We don't condone it. There are older, yo man, they trying to cape. They ain't got to go at the America. I said, you getting upset that they want this dirt ball out of Africa? You getting upset? You getting upset? They getting upset. I said, yo, you the reason why these younger men are destroyed mentally now. These people that call themselves OGs and all of that, they're condoning this dude's actions. So that's how I knew the travel game wasn't for me. That's how I knew it was only a certain number of guys in this thing that I really rock with. Everybody else are dirt balls. Everybody else are just weirdos who now found a way to leave the United States. And I was like, let me separate myself from that. Let me separate myself from them and that. So I'll have years in the books with me not doing that content, with me separate myself. Because when you condoning what these dirt balls are doing overseas, you're part of the problem. You're definitely part of the problem. You guys, you don't know how this works philosophically. You don't know how it works consciously. You don't even know how it works logically. We can't even use that with you guys because all you guys are concerned with. Let me get over. I'm good, dude. I'm a grown man. That's not the point. The point is to, you know for a fact that when you go to certain destinations, it leaves you liable. Just think about this. It leaves you liable. You don't get insurance for you because you know you're a good driver. You get insurance for everybody else. You heard this before. It's not rocket science. You do not get insurance for you know you're a quality driver. Your pops who've been driving for years, who know good drivers, your grandparents, everybody that's seen people on the road have been driven in cars for decades, who trained you how to drive. They know you're a good driver. So you're not getting insurance for you. You're getting it for everybody else from hitting you just in case something happened to you. And this is the same thing, the insurance we need for guys going overseas. And that insurance is, I need to go over there and be respectable because these guys got to come here. Roll out Dow, what's going on, brother? These guys got to come here. So let me operate differently. And if somebody is coming here doing debauchery, here's the insurance. You see how I act? Do I act like those guys? You see how I maneuver? I don't maneuver like that. Just in case you do have an accident overseas. And by what I mean by accident, I'm not talking about a car accident. I'm talking about an accident of irrational judgment that they're placing on you about an American that they met who frustrated them, who made them angry, who tried to exploit their people. I know they could get away, foreigners could get away with coming to the United States of America and treating us any kind of way because America want this, they're okay with this, and they see it as diplomatic. No. All you do is create monsters. And other countries know that, but America doesn't. So when you go to these other countries, you have an accident, you bump into somebody who had a bad experience with an American, they meet you. Now you're again, you're getting insurance. You're making sure, yo, my bag is tucked because who knows if that person had a bag. So you're making sure your passports are safe. You're making sure your personality is intact. You're making sure you're a positive person. You're making sure you're happy and not being entitled overseas. That's the insurance I'm talking about, fellas. You insure yourself so when they meet you, there's not a crash of ideology. There's not a crash of ideas. There's not a crash of interaction. And that's what we don't have. We don't have nobody preaching insurance. We don't have not one person on the internet who's preaching that wholeheartedly, who's giving talks. Yo, we need to go over there like this. We need to do that wholeheartedly. And there are some. There are some. I just don't know about them. But that's what we need. We need insurance for these dirt balls going overseas. We need insurance. We need travel insurance. And that's what you are, the travel insurance, fellas. And you get that for these dirt balls. So now when they meet a person that's overseas who didn't try to take them for their money, right? Who didn't try to now the locals could get away with doing anything, but that's what they do. They're trying to survive. So we can't judge them on the basis that these countries are developing countries. These countries are developing countries, because we can't judge these countries off the same and I know some people want to get geopolitical, but we can't judge these countries off the same basis of the construct of our country, right? So when you go over there, they'll see like three fellas who are hospitable. Again, we could be hospitable in their land also, but who are very approachable, who have good positive attitudes, who never thought they had their nose up toward the locals. That's what locals want. So when they see a dirt ball come to their country, notice that they're going to target that dirt ball. They're going to target that dirt ball. They're going to not want that dirt ball. And then if we get in unison and say, yeah, you did wrong, dude, it's just best you leave. Now, if the person don't want to leave, I don't care if it happens to be he's no longer with us on the earth. If the person doesn't want to leave and you've done something to that country, and again, you guys think all of these places have this Western civility. Stop going to these countries thinking, and this is a demand. Stop going to these countries and think that they're supposed to be. You know that word, supposed to be. That was told to me the other day, right? I don't know if y'all heard the story. I'll get into that in a second. But supposed to be civil, like the United States of America. There's countries out there that don't. They're growing. Their population. They don't know about civility. They only know what they're told. They only know what laws they have to follow, right? They only know about villages, and a lot of these places, for them to be in the positions that they are, a lot of these places are good places. A lot of these places, they have good people in them. They have very good people in them. Because if they was going through that, it should be a lot more violence. It should be a lot more unalivings. It should be way more for these growing nations. But it's more happening in the United States than it is on all these other countries. Have you noticed that? These nations that are in abject, I'm talking about just strict, I'm talking about based poverty and growing, right? Some of these nations are growing also. But there should be much more violence. There should be much more anger. There should be much more greed. These are some of the most pleasant places that you can go to. And you say, yes, why is that? Right? You know why? Because they don't have or desire what they've never had. They don't desire or is a need to seek out what they never had. They're okay with what they have. That's what makes them more pleasant than us. For us to be so advanced, we're more angry and hostile and vicious and vile and vindictive, vitriolic, visceral than all of these other places could be. And we have way more than them, per se. You see the twisted. So you can go to these places, right, and see some of the most humble. I'm talking about. They're the epitome of humility. And I like these places. I like these places, and I'm telling you. So we don't want nobody from the United States to go there and ruin that. So you got to my insurance. That's why when I think about this, we've been in some of the most dangerous parts of Brazil that you're not supposed to go to. Deaths happen every day there, right? Every day. J. Clyde, me, what the other fellas that was in the documentary that we don't talk to anymore, were all there having a blast in one of the most dangerous parts. J. Clyde, to tell you, me and him talked about that the other day. And I walked through their neighborhood, and all of the locals, all of them, was, hey man, I like him. They was like, where's Yesh going? Where's he going? They was asking him, Jay Clark was like, where's Yesh going? They was freaking out because I jumped off the porch and just started walking. Where's he going? Guess what them dudes at the corner did on the motorcycle? Yo, what up, bro? Embracing me. They can hear my Portuguese doesn't sound like their dialect. And they was like, okay, he's a foreigner, but this dude is cool. That right there is the difference. So now they got a good interaction with somebody like me. So when they see somebody else again, never tried to flaunt no money, never tried to pull out no expensive watches or anything like that. He came humble. Yo, I want to be around these locals. I want to chop it up with them. I want to chop it up with these locals. So that's the spirit that I bring to these countries that they know is pure. And now that I'm even more going in the direction that I'm going to with the Most High beside, Christ, and so it's gonna be even better. It's gonna be even better. So just to go there and absorb yourself. So just go to these countries again. Don't let these other guys ruin it for you guys, but go to these new areas. Venture out. Venture out. Um, and I think we need to have a dirt ball hit list. I think so, and not the as far as getting physical with anybody. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we need to point it out and make it known to the locals that some guys are going to come here for nefarious reasons. So be prepared. So and this is how you strategically do this when you encounter an American who's or a person from the UK or Europe who's coming in down here in nefarious reasons. This is how you counter them, and this is how you can tell their personalities. Hell, I want to help out the locals. They stay away from you creeps. And if you say yes, that's not they stay away from Europeans and Americans that's going down there for nefarious reasons, man or woman. I don't know what y'all think that this is just strictly for men. No, I speak for women also. I got an audience that women listen to me. You can see them on TikTok and they know about my YouTube. But y'all don't like it. You don't have to like it. All I need you to know is, yes, you need to be put on the tag and say, and we need to have a description of how you guys maneuver. We don't know if you're trying to go down there and touch children. We don't know if you're not trying to go down there and touch it. That's not the point. The point is to protect the locals so you don't make a bad name for us. So I'm gonna point it out. I'm gonna say locals. If that European that goes to the Philippines who looking at your daughter, right? Who look at her and glance at her and make any comment, anybody from Europe that makes any comment, anybody from the States that make any comment, she's so beautiful. You need to watch that guy. And y'all need to run him out your village. You need to run him out your town, run him out your village. No, I don't congratulate that. Children are precious, even overseas. They're not targets because you think you're above them. You're above the play. You can get away with your sick, demented, vile should be under the ground. No, I'm not gonna go over there and congratulate that. Hell no. You should be standing up for it too. You got some of you got this little section in your heart and your feelings that feel sorry for these guys who want to bother kids. You're sick yourselves. You're sick. So I appreciate the good-hearted guys that would never and would do like I do. If I see somebody doing that, man, I'm gonna knock them. That for I'm gonna use all my frustration and rage, everything I've been trained, all the boxing I know, everything I've been trained throughout these years to try to break that dude. Because that's sick. Let's keep let's go over there with good intention. If it's suffering like the Catholic Church, go get help. Go get help. Sit on somebody's couch, but stay away from villages, stay away from communities, go into isolation in the Grand Canyon. Go sit in the Grand Canyon if you can't control yourself. And don't eat for weeks. Don't touch nothing for weeks. Don't you need to do you got a sickness with you. You need that evil to jump out of you. So stay by yourself. Get away from everybody. Torment your own self. Don't get around children and got the demon in you where you want to seek out kids. Um, so with that being said, I appreciate everybody for going overseas and having fun, man. They got different places that, it's crazy. It's crazy. They got different places. Did y'all see all them rats in New York? Yo, that I was like, man, I went up to New York, man. I'm visiting. A rat ran by my foot while I'm trying to go up the train station. Then one came down and grabbed a slice of pizza and left. The rat pulled a slice of pizza down the steps of the train. I was like, what am I seeing? He pulling the pizza because he couldn't lift it and walk with it. So he just pulling it down the steps. When I was on my way to Brazil. New York is, that's how y'all be ragging about overseas. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. A rat in New York City, the heart of New York City, pulling a slice of pizza down some steps right in front of me. And wasn't scared of me. That right there is the rat wasn't even scared of me. He was like, man, if you don't get out of my way, I'm working here. if you if you if you don't get out of my way, I'm working here, dude. Yeah, this ain't a show, my guy. The rat told me this ain't a show, my guy. Yeah, what you think this is a show? What I mean, he looked at me and said, what, I'm an entertainer? Are you crazy? I got to get this slice, my dude. I was like, what am I seeing here? So don't try to rag on places overseas and y'all stuff stink. Y'all stuff stink. I can't look at nobody, even if y'all did donate. I apologize. Nothing is coming up on the screen. I know Rollout Dow probably been donating. I know other guy, but I can't see anything. So right before we get off this, I'll look at it and give y'all props. But again, long story short, y'all just got to watch the way y'all do stuff. About that couple that went to Africa, I don't want to say what country because I don't want to, but let's just say abroad because the people in Africa even beefing right now too. That's crazy how they trying to kick Nigerians. When y'all see that on it and see these news and you can see people out there in the street and people that are actually on the ground from America walking around like, yo, this is real. It's crazy. So with that being said, um, yeah, the couple went there. They got all their stuff taken. Valuable lesson. Um, I gotta watch out for your stuff in these countries. Gotta watch what you eating, man. When I came back, you gotta think I was out there in Costa Rica. I was eating good. Man, I'm telling you, that food was something like how what we talk about all the time. I came back and I instantly got sick. I instantly got sick. I instantly got sick, man. I don't know what it is about this food. I have no idea what it is about this food, man. But I instantly got sick. Let me clip this mic to my hold on, let me turn it up. Let me turn it up. All right. I hope it's real loud. I hope it's real loud that y'all can see me because I just clipped it to my hold on, y'all. So I just clipped it to my shirt. Hopefully uh hopefully y'all can still hear me. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, hopefully y'all can still you can still hear me. But again, like I said, I appreciate all y'all, man. Appreciate all y'all for watching, listening. Um, appreciate the Most High for bringing me here so I could give y'all a little word, chop it up with y'all real quick about this travel game, and then have a different topic um, next time I go live. So appreciate y'all, man. I'm out of here. Peace.